Raider Nation, get ready for a wild ride straight out of Las Vegas. This week's matchup promises pure drama between the Raiders and the Jaguars, a head-to-head clash that could decide a lot more than people think. The air is thick with tension, hope, and pressure all at once. Every player is treating this like the game of their lives, and Pete Carroll delivered a strong message to the locker room. Has the confidence truly returned, or is it just talk? Inside the facility, some players are visibly frustrated, and outside trade rumors and crazy offers are heating up as the deadline looms. And that last story, trust me, fans will be talking about it everywhere. But before we break everything down real quick, hit that subscribe button. It's free, it helps a ton, and it keeps this Raider Nation voice alive. Smash that like button too, because it tells YouTube to push this out to more of the silver and black family across the country. To kick things off, this Raiders-Jaguars showdown has one matchup that could completely shift the game. Everyone's talking offense versus defense, but the real battle is in the middle of the field, where Jacoby Myers faces a serious test against Jordan Lewis. And honestly, that's the kind of duel that separates playmakers from passengers. The numbers tell the story. Myers has 29 receptions for 329 yards. Not eye-popping, but his yards after catch are elite, averaging 5 per grab, ranking among the league's best in that category. The problem? He's going up against one of the stingiest slot defenses in the NFL. Lewis has been lights out in Jacksonville, grading high in coverage and forcing quarterbacks into bad reads. Among slot corners, he ranks second in passer rating allowed and 8th in snaps per reception. In other words, if Myers slips for even a moment, the ball could be going the other way. And here's the twist. This might be Lewis's last game wearing silver and black, which adds an emotional edge. When players know it could be their farewell, they tend to go all in. If it's truly his goodbye, there's no better stage than a heated battle with Jacksonville. Pete Carroll said the team's been practicing at its best level in weeks. 3 high-energy sessions, a locked-in locker room, and a vibe that feels like a turning point. He emphasized clean football. No turnovers, no special teams errors, maximum discipline. Carroll even admitted the Jaguars are a freaking turnover machine. The message is crystal clear. If the offense doesn't clean it up, this one could get away fast. But if Myers wins that matchup and the team protects the football, this could finally spark the comeback every Raider fan's been waiting for since week 1. Now let's be real. If there's anyone under the microscope right now, it's Geno Smith. The guy came in with hype, a new deal, and promises of leadership. And now, even people inside the locker room are questioning him. The Raider Nation's patience is running thin. Sunday against Jacksonville is the definition of make or break. When the Raiders gave up a third-round pick and handed Smith a $75 million deal, the vision was clear. A veteran quarterback with poise and arm strength to stabilize the offense. But what we've seen so far is the opposite. Through 7 games, Smith has thrown for 1,417 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. 10. And many of them came at the worst possible times, killing any offensive rhythm. The problem is, Geno isn't a rookie anymore. He was supposed to eliminate these kinds of mistakes. Somehow, he's reverted to being that unpredictable gunslinger who flashes brilliance one drive and self-destructs the next. Betting lines even show it. There's a prop for 2+ touchdowns and another for 0 interceptions, a perfect picture of his roller coaster season. The coaching staff still believes in him. Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly keep backing him, but the pressure is undeniable. Fans are vocal, analysts are hammering him, and the numbers don't lie. On the bright side, the team's getting healthier, rookie running back Ashton Jeanty is showing flashes, and the defense has exceeded expectations. So if the offense can just find some consistency, there's hope. Still, Geno must show control, composure, and awareness against a ball-hawking Jaguars defense. If he slips again, this could be the game that changes everything inside the organization, because ownership won't survive another week of fan outrage. This is the kind of matchup that defines narratives, futures, and locker room belief. Pete Carroll might be the veteran voice in the building, but his tone this week hit different. He's confident and not the empty coach talk kind of confident. Genuine conviction. He said practices during the bye were at an elite level, that the locker room energy has flipped and you can feel momentum building. Honestly, it's been a while since we've seen Carroll this fired up. The Raiders need to open the second half of the season proving they've learned from past mistakes. After a shaky first stretch, this is the moment of truth. Sunday at Allegiant Stadium against a surging Jaguars team. That's the perfect stage to show growth. Carroll laid it out, discipline and execution. He said the team must master the basics, protect the ball, dominate special teams, and don't give opponents easy field position. He even joked, "That's a big freaking turnover team, and if we slip, they'll steal the game." Deep down, that message reveals belief. Carroll feels the team's more connected, healthier, and sharper. Key players are returning, the offense installed new wrinkles, and the defense improved its communication. That's fuel for a statement game. Sure, fans are skeptical, and fair enough. The season started with promises that fell short, but when a coach with Carroll's experience speaks with that level of certainty, it usually means he's seen something real. Expect a more balanced, disciplined team focused on time of possession and consistency, and if this practice energy translates to game day, don't be shocked if Las Vegas flips the script. Across the field, Jacksonville is feeling the heat too. The Jaguars enter this game with back-to-back losses and just took a major hit. Rookie standout Travis Hunter is out. To make matters worse, national media is calling them out. On NFL Live, analyst Mina Kimes sent a clear message. If the Jaguars want to bounce back, they must reestablish their ground game. She pointed out that offensive coordinator Liam Cohen has to find the same rhythm he once had in Tampa Bay. The offensive line isn't holding up, and the play calling has become predictable. And honestly, that's exactly where the Raiders can attack. The biggest blow is losing Hunter, who's been a two-way phenom, contributing on offense, defense, and special teams. Cohen confirmed Hunter suffered a knee injury and will hit injured reserve, missing at least 4 games. The kid had 28 catches, nearly 300 yards, plus defensive tackles, a true Swiss Army knife. Without him, Jacksonville's offense loses versatility and the entire scheme shifts. Cohen tried to stay positive, saying Hunter's mindset would drive a minor setback for a major comeback, but reality says otherwise. That loss is huge. Meanwhile, the Raiders are circling. Carroll and his staff know this is the perfect setup, a wounded, pressured opponent trying to find rhythm again. If Las Vegas starts fast, forces turnovers, and plays aggressive defense, Allegiant could turn into a storm. And make no mistake, the fan base feels it too. The Jaguars may still be betting favorites, but the vibe around this game feels different. Hunter's absence could be the tiny detail that flips everything. And to wrap it up, let's talk about the hot trade buzz. Jakobi Meyers is back in the headlines. The Pittsburgh Steelers and Buffalo Bills both called the Raiders to ask about the wideout. But according to insider Diana Rossini, talks went nowhere because Las Vegas set a high asking price. And honestly, that says 2 things. 1, Meyers still holds solid value. And 2, the silver and black aren't giving him away. The Steelers wanted a reliable target to pair with DK Metcalf and Calvin Austin III, someone consistent, sharp on routes, and ready to contribute immediately as a WR2 or WR3. Meyers checks every box, experienced, steady, in his prime. But the issue is the price. The Raiders reportedly asked for a day 2 or early day 3 pick, and Pittsburgh balked at that number for a 29-year-old receiver with just 1,000-yard season. The Bills also tested the waters but didn't push. That reopened the debate. Should the Raiders keep an unhappy player or cash in now before losing him for nothing? The front office seems confident he can still help, especially if the offense wakes up. The WR market is moving fast, with names like Jalen Waddle, Chris Olave, Rashid Shaheed, and Calvin Ridley floating in trade rumors. That lowers Meyers' leverage, but the fact that multiple contenders called shows he's still respected. For Carroll and GM Jason Spytek, this is a balancing act. Trading him now frees cap space and a roster spot for reinforcements, but it could also break what little offensive chemistry the team has built. And Raider fans know mid-season offensive shakeups usually bring chaos. So, the question lingers. Will Las Vegas keep him through the year, or is this all a strategy to drive up his value before making a move? This week has been a real test for everyone wearing silver and black. The intense practices, the pressure on Geno Smith, Carroll's fiery message, the Jaguars' struggles, and the uncertain future of Meyers, it all points to a turning point. Maybe this is the start of the rebound the Raider Nation has been waiting for. Drop your thoughts below. This space belongs to everyone who bleeds silver and black. And remember, just when you think you've seen it all, the Raiders find a way to shock you again. Just win, baby.